And let's roll down and come over with our ball like usual. And let's start with our deep breaths in and out. And as you put your head down, feel the feet pressing down, and take that deep inhale, and exhale, roll the shoulders down. And feel how the breath is lengthening your spine, and you could start to do some pelvic tilts at the same time. And let's start to bring the arms up as we do this. Feel that lengthening of the shoulder blades and then bringing the arms down. And let's do a couple more with the pelvic tilts. And the next time, let's start to bring the hips up a little bit higher. And feel the breath lengthening the whole spine upwards, and exhale on the way down. And let's do two more. And we're going to hold our arms and our hips up and lengthen even higher with the hips, and take 3 more breaths. And let's lengthen the arms down as we bring the hips down and come into our spinal twist, knees over to the right. We're going to turn our head to the left and reach the left arm out. And then let's roll the knees over to the left, head to the right. And one more breath. And let's come back to the center, and we're going to use our ball and put our hips, lift our hips and put them back on the ball. And let's bring our knees into the chest, and we're going to balance here. We're going to bring our arms up over our chest and see if we can lift just the chest up a little bit and roll down. And try that a couple more times. So notice how the shoulder blades are pressing down to help you lift up. And then we're going to add on. We're going to bring the legs out as we lift the chest up. And take your time doing this. And then head down as the knees come back. And just 2 more. And now we're going to bring our legs up, arms over the head, and take a few breaths here. You could point and flex the feet. Nice slow breaths in the belly. And then we're going to bring our legs back down to our 90 degrees and bring our arms slowly down as the palms face up. And let's take one leg in and the other leg into the chest, in and out. So feel yourself pressing the leg away, lengthening the whole lower body. And let's start to walk the legs up toward the ceiling. And then both legs come straight up toward the ceiling, and we're going to bend the knees, take the legs out and in and up, and do a few of these. And adding on as the legs come out, let's reach the chest up, arms straight ahead, and arms over the head as the legs come up toward the ceiling. So we can balance on the ball. And one more. And let's put our feet down, arms come down so we can roll the hips up, stretch the back, walk the shoulder blades closer and hold the ball a little bit so it doesn't roll away. And 3 more breaths. And we're going to bring our back down again on the ball. And let's cross the right foot over the left thigh. And as this is here, feel how the ankle is pressing into the left thigh. We're going to bring the right knee just a little bit toward the midline of our body and out again. So keeping that pressure, working that outer hip. And a couple more. And then hold the knee toward the midline and see if you could grab a hold of it and resist the movement. So you're pressing out with the hip, in with the leg toward the midline of your body. So it's a little bit deeper of a stretch. And then release. And we're going to bring the knee up, legs up, and do that deeper stretch and take a few breaths here. We're getting a little bit more circulation for our right hip. And then let's put the foot down and we're going to switch sides. So left foot over there, over the right thigh. And we're going to start by bringing that left leg toward the center and out again, keeping the pressure the whole time. So we're strengthening the outer hip. And let's do a couple more. And this time we're going to hold that knee in as you press on that right thigh with your ankle and hold the leg and see if you can resist the movement. As the leg is trying to come out, you're trying to bring the leg in. Couple more breaths. And then release. And we're going to bring the legs up for that deeper stretch, or a different stretch really. And a couple more breaths. And then let's put our foot down and uncross and reach those hips up again. Lift them up. So we're going to keep the ball where it is. It doesn't matter where it is, because we're going to lift the right leg up and then put the foot down and the left. Let's do it again. The right leg and the last time the left leg. And then both feet come down, lift the hips even higher. 3 breaths. And we're going to bring our back down to the mat and move the ball out of the way. And just take a couple of breaths in that neutral spine position. And then let's bring that right leg in toward the chest, hold the back of the thigh, and feel like you're lengthening the leg up and then bending the leg. We're going to do a few of these. And 3 more, bending and straightening. And then let's put our right foot down and we're going to hug the left leg in, hold the back of the thigh, start to straighten and bend slowly. And 4 more. And then 1 more. And let's bring both legs up, arms out to the side, and we're going to straighten both of them up and bend. And just 4 more. We're trying to keep the navel down to the spine. I know it's kind of arching up a little bit. So if that happens, start to lift the chest just a little bit and you're going to see a difference, how the back stays down. And let's do 1 more. And then we're going to put our feet down and rolling the hips up again. And take a couple more breaths. Feel that difference in that low back. And then we're going to roll down and come on over so we can sit up. And let's try our straddle pose. Legs comfortably wide. And we're going to sit up nice and tall. So we're going to see here, first of all, if we really are sitting up nice and tall. If we're sitting back, we need something under our hips, a blanket. And we're going to take our navel to our spine and bring our hands to our heart. And then twist the upper body to the right. And then over to the left. And let's reach the arms up over our head, hands together, elbows wide. This time we're leaning to the right, keeping our left hip down. Take that deep breath and let's come on over to the left. Right hip stays down. And then back to the center, and we're going to bring our arms down and put our hands behind our hips and look up, bringing the shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath. And then neutral head and walk the fingers forward. Just hinge a little bit or wherever you're comfortable for 3 more breaths. And then let's walk the arms to the right. And then over to the left. And we're going to come back to the center. We're going to bend our right leg in. And let's twist to the right. One more breath. And then we're going to come to the center, take our left arm down, reach the right arm over, and breathe. And let's come back up and let's switch here. So we're going to straighten our right leg out, back to the straddle, left leg comes in, and then twist to the left and breathe. And then as we come back to the center, we're going to bring our right arm down, left arm reaches over. And breathe into the left ribs. Last deep breath. And let's come back to the center. So now we're going to do our pretzel pose on the ball. So let's sit on our ball and we're going to bring the right leg forward, left leg behind. And we're evening the hips out, opening the chest as we roll the shoulders down, twist to the right. And then twist to the left. And let's hinge forward. Take 3 breaths. And we're coming back to the center and we're going to try our gomukasana since we're on the ball. And cross the left knee over the right knee. And let's reach the arms up. And we're going to put our palms together again over our head, elbows wide. Take that deep breath. Feel the openness through the ribs and the chest. One more breath. And let's walk our hands forward, hinging from the hips, or just sit and breathe. And we're going to come back up and let's switch to our pretzel for the other side. So left leg in front, right leg behind, and evening out the hips, twisting to the left, roll the shoulders down. And then let's twist to the right. And hinging forward, take a few breaths. And then on this side for gomukasana, so left knee comes to the center and we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. And when you get situated, let's reach the arms up. And we're going to put our hands together over our head, elbows wide, and breathe. And one more breath. And then let's bring our hands down and hinge forward 3 breaths. And we're going to come back to the center and let's uncross. And we're going to come into a table pose. So we're on the ball here, so it's going to be a little different. We're going to put our hands down and roll the hips up. And then obviously the ball's kind of rolled away. So we're just going to come on down, or maybe it's still there. And let's come on over to hands and knees. And we're going to start with just a neutral spine on our hands and knees and take the right leg out behind us, stretch the leg, and then put the toes down on the mat, right toes, and start to lengthen back and open the back of the right foot and leg and calf muscles, bringing the navel to the spine. And then let's release and try the other one. Left leg out behind us, stretch the leg, and then put the toes down and lean back a little bit to stretch and breathe. And then we're coming back to the center on our knees, reaching the arms up, opening the heart a little bit for a back bend and the thighs. And then let's come down into our child's pose. And we're going to take 3 breaths. And let's come in our downward dog. And then back to a plank. And we're going to do a couple more just to wake everything up. Back to downward dog, into a plank, and then adding on back to downward dog, lifting the right leg up, come into a plank, back to dog, put the right foot down and switch. Left leg lifts up, come into a plank, back to our dog, and the foot down. And then let's come into a regular plank and take a few breaths, extending through the heels. And we're going to come all the way down to our mat, and we're going to do our 5 cobras. And 1 more. And let's come into our sphinx pose and feel the difference. Relax for a second, just relax the low back and the glutes, and just feel this breath coming through your body. And then half arm plank. And back to our child's pose. And let's take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to try our iguanas and reach the hips forward as we look up. And let's come back to child's pose. And we're going to go slowly, just 2 more. And take that pause as you come forward. And 1 more. And we're back in our child's pose. Let's come to our downward dog. And take a few more breaths. And let's come up on our toes. Take a breath here, and we're going to walk forward to the top of our mat. And let's slowly, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, and we're going to reach the arms out and up. And hands to our heart. And let's hold our hands behind us. Clasping the hands, roll the shoulders down, lift the right knee up, and just hold. And then we're going to take that knee open, out to the right, and closed, and put the right foot down and switch. Left knee comes up and hold. And then out and in just 1 time. And left foot down. Let's reach the arms up, inhaling up. Forward fold and step the right leg back. And we're in a lunge, and we're going to come in a high lunge. So we're going to reach the arms out and up. And take a few breaths, see if we can come a little deeper into the hips. And then let's reach forward and put our hands down. We're going to step back, down dog. And right leg lifts up. Let's step the leg forward. And the left, halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way up. And bring our hands to our heart and roll the shoulders down. Just feel the breath here. And let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back to our lunge, and then reaching the arms out and up for our high lunge. And sink a little deeper into the hip. And then reaching forward, hands come down. We're stepping back, down dog. And left leg lifts up and steps forward. And the right, halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way back up. And hands to our heart. And roll the shoulders down. This time, let's lift the right knee up. We're going to do 5 can-cans. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 3, right leg back. And then step it back for warrior 1. Arms reach up. And open the chest. And then let's take our right hand down, left arm up. And both arms up, palms together over our head. Looking up. And then we're going to clasp our hands behind us, humble warrior. 3 more breaths. And let's come up in our back bend and open the throat. And arms reach out and up. Take that deep breath. And let's step forward, bringing our hands to our heart and feel. Feel the lengthening of your spine. Now let's bring our left knee up and we're going to can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Warrior 3, left leg back. And step it back for warrior 1. And arms reach up. And then let's lengthen forward, left fingers down, right arm up. Both arms come up, palms together over our head. And we're going to clasp our hands and come into humble warrior. Inhale and forward fold. 3 breaths. And let's come up in our back bend and open the heart. And reaching the arms out and up, and take a deep breath. And we're stepping forward and bringing our hands to our heart. We're going to take our right leg out in front of us, point the toes, lift and lower 5 times. And right foot down and switch. Let's try our left leg out. Point the toes. Lift and lower 5 times. And the left foot down. And take a deep breath. Feel the feet pressing into the mat. Let's inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back to down dog. 3 breaths. And let's come into our child's pose. And we're going to bring our arms behind us. And a couple more breaths. And let's sit up on our heels. We're going to squeeze the legs together to help us bring the navel to the spine. Feel the lengthening of the whole body here, and twist to the right. And then twist to the left. And back to the center. So we're going to take our right hand down, reach the left arm over, and lengthen the whole side and breathe. And then let's switch sides, left hand down, right arm over. And we're going to come back to the center. And let's come to hands and knees. And we're going to do some cat-cows. Just easy does it with the breath. And we're going to do one more. And then a neutral spine. And let's try our bird dog. So right leg, left arm. Again, we're lengthening, pressing through the heel with a flexed foot. This time we're going to bend the right leg. See if we can hold or reach around behind you and hold the foot. And then let's release. The hand and the knee come down. We'll take a breath. And let's try our left leg behind us, right arm in front. And then take another breath. Bending the left leg, see if you can hold the left foot. And take a couple of breaths. If you can't, just stay in bird dog. And then release. Hand and the knee come down. Now we're going to reach the arms up. Another back bend to lengthen. And a couple more breaths. And then let's put our hands down. We're coming back to down dog. And feel the difference in your spine. We're going to lift our right leg up. Let's come into our high lunge and step it forward. So this is our second high lunge. See if we can bring our palms together over our head, elbows wide. Take a deep breath. We're going to lean to the right. And then over to the left. And then back to the center. Arms reach up and lengthen forward. We're going to come back in our down dog. And let's do it on the other side. Left leg lifts up Steps forward to our high lunge. And we're going to put our palms together, elbows wide, and breathe. Let's lean to the left, over to the right, back to the center. Arms reach up and lengthening forward back to our downward dog. And take a deep breath. Let's come into an up dog. And back to down dog. We're going to try that one more time, forward to our up dog. And then back to down dog. Let's come in another regular plank. 3 breaths. And then chaturanga. We're coming back down to our mat. We're going to reach our hands underneath our thighs. And take a breath here because we're lengthening. We're going to do both legs and the upper body. We're going to lift everything up and slowly bring it down. And a few more times. And this last one, let's hold everything up and breathe. One more breath. And then lowering down, pressing back to our child's pose. And take 3 breaths. And we're going to sit up on our heels again, put our hands down behind us and lift the hips up for a deeper back bend, just lengthening, breathing. And then sitting back on our heels, take another breath. Let's bring our hands to our heart and feel. And then we're going to come into another child's pose, lengthening the arms forward. Downward dog. And let's make our way into our warrior 2. We're going to lift our right leg up and step our right leg forward. And come into our warrior 2. And we're going to take the right fingers down on the inside of our right foot as we lengthen the left arm up. So if you're doing your hovering, we're going to feel that space, that kind of push-pull as we lengthen upwards and downwards at the same time. And then back to warrior 2, into reverse. And then side angle with the right forearm down lightly as we reach the left arm over and start to lengthen as we roll the chest open 2. Let's come back to reverse. And then warrior 2 again. Trikonasana, straightening our right leg. Left arm reaches up. A couple more breaths. And then we're coming all the way up and both arms reach up. Forward fold and legs go side to side, transverse lunges. And let's walk over to a right side lunge and take a deep breath. Over to a left side lunge. Back to the center and let the head hang and take a couple breaths. And then we're going to press the feet down and reach the arms back up and lengthen. And come into our warrior two, left foot out. So as we start to bring the left fingers down, feel the right arm staying just as strong as the left. We're hovering the left fingers as the right arm reaches up. And then we're coming up warrior two. Take a breath there. And then into reverse. And let's bring our forearm down and right arm reaches over, rolling the chest open. And we're going to come back to our reverse pose, right arm down and left arm up. And warrior two. Trikonasana, straightening our left leg as the right arm reaches up. And another deep breath. And here we go, we're reaching back up. This time as we reach up, let's take our palms together over our head and lengthen and lean to the right. And then lean to the left. And we're going to come to the center and let's hold our hands behind us. Inhale, looking up and forward fold. 3 breaths. And we're coming all the way up. Arms reach up. And let's take another deep breath. And we're going to come into goddess, turning our feet out. And open and close the arms. And lean to the right. Over to the left. And back to the center. And 3 more breaths. And now we're going to inhale up. Let's come back to our down dog and take 3 breaths. And we're going to walk to the top of our mat. And when you get there, let's hold our elbows for our forward fold. And we're going to bend our knees here and keep holding the elbows. and come into Utkatasana. And then let's reach the arms up as we come up. Hands to our heart. And let's take 3 more breaths into Tadasana. And then we're going to walk the feet together. Cross the right knee over the left, left elbow over the right for eagle, and forward fold. And 2 more breaths. And let's slowly come up and uncross. Take a deep breath. And now we're going to try the other side, left knee over the right, right elbow over the left, forward fold. And 2 more breaths. And coming back up, let's uncross and bring our feet hip width apart and stand. Arms down by our sides. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And now we're going to come into our squat. And let's take a few breaths here. And 3 more breaths. And let's roll down on our back. And we're going to put our feet down for a second and just feel that. And put our hands on our belly. And as you're breathing in, feel how warm the belly area is from all of the movement and the breath. And let's take our right knee toward the chest, hold the back of the leg. Feel the hip pressing down, and then switch. Right foot down, left knee toward the chest. And then foot down. We're going to roll the hips up. And take 3 more breaths. And then gently rolling back down to the mat. Feel 1 vertebrae at a time. And let's roll the legs the knees over to the right. Just an easy spinal twist and breathe. Feel the release of tension in your body. 2 more breaths. And then rolling the knees over to the left. Same thing, just feel that right side releasing. And last deep breath. And we're going to come back to the center and let's use our ball underneath our hips. So we're going to lift them up and just feel the weight of the hips pressing down into the ball, and close your eyes and just notice the release of tension in the low back and the hips. Notice that subtle change as the head presses down on the mat and shoulders are coming down away from the ears. And now we're going to lift our legs up in Viparita Karani, either the knees or to the chest. Just balance or the legs straight up, whatever is feeling good today. And I know the ball is a little bit tippy, so we're just gonna let it be the way it is. And feel the lengthening as the blood comes down from the feet and into the legs, into the hips. And we're feeling the breath slowly moving throughout the body along with all of the circulation. Feeling our heartbeats. And our breath. And with each breath, as we breathe in, we're feeling good health. Feeling the energy coming in like the sun. And noticing the length of each exhale. And then we're going to bend our legs and let's put our feet back down on the mat. And again, wishing peace to ourselves, to our homes and families and communities. And peace for our brothers and sisters everywhere, all over the world. And take a deep breath. And let's roll up off of the ball. And we're going to take the ball out of the way and roll to the side. And we're going to press ourselves up slowly and come to our seated position and bring our hands to our heart and feel the connection of the right side to the left side, the sun and the moon. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful day. Hope you get a lot of trick-or-treaters. All right, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Marian.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.